get so crazy that I really am hardly creasing. Look at that. And you guys know my main complaint is that my under eyes always crease. Not always drinking matcha. Let's do some makeup. Really excited about today's sponsor, which is Lancome with their Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. Mainly because with these What I Tried This Week videos, the main purpose is to constantly be trying new products and showcasing to all of you what we just gotta roll with the punches these days, being in close proximity to the fiance Kyle. We have, if you guys still don't know, we have moved into a smaller space temporarily while we remodel the home. So he decided to take a shower in the middle of me filming and we just gotta go with it. Back to the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer and how it fits in with the What I Tried This Week series. I love doing these videos because it allows me to really try product and showcase to all of you items that I have discovered that I think are great, innovative, new. Again, what works for me may not always work for you. So sometimes with my tutorials, I tend to use the same go-to products. But with this series, it allows me to really focus on showcasing the new and telling you what I love about it. And in today's case, it is my go-to everyday makeup look. So these items are items that I feel confident wearing in natural daylight, which is what I'm filming in right now, and that I can rely on to quickly do my makeup, head out the door, and feel confident in my skin. So I'm gonna go right into using this concealer because I have already prepped my skin. I used the Supergoop Daily Dose Vitamin C SPF. I really like the slip that it gives the skin. On my eyes, I used NARS Skin Total Replenishing Eye Cream. And then my moisturizer is a brand new Naturium Rich Moisture Cream. Plant Ceramide Rich Moisture Cream. Look at that. How satisfying is that? So we're gonna go right into the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. For this technique, I like to have two shades of concealer, one that is going to highlight and one that is the actual complexion of my skin tone. This is not the shade. Well, actually, it technically is. So I have three shades because we are in summer and I can get really tan. My dad is really tan, my mom is really pale. Both Mexican, we just kind of fluctuate, so you just never know, especially during summer. If you're like me and your skin tone just fluctuates a lot, I always recommend having two concealer shades, one light and one dark. So 360 would be if I'm really tan, 260 is my current complexion, and then 215 is my highlighting shade. This concealer has really great coverage that fuses to the skin and looks like skin. Like you can apply a ton of this concealer and it still looks like skin, hardly creases, so it stops me from having to use a ton of powder and heavily setting the face, but it's still hydrating, which is great for like a really quick go-to, don't have to think about it kind of look. I'm gonna go in with 260 first and zoom you guys on in so you can see what it looks like as it goes on the skin. See all those little, I don't know what it is. Honestly, I don't know why I've been breaking out like crazy. This one I picked out right before this video, shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna use my Hourglass Vanish brush to blend. With this look, I do use a lot of brushes over sponges because I'm trying to be really quick and efficient. And something I like to do for this look as well is also apply my complexion shade to the areas I'm gonna highlight. So I've already added it right here because of that pimple that I picked at. And blend my highlighting shade into it so that when I blend all at once, it just looks so natural. Going in with 215 next. And this one, I'm gonna add right there. And I'm gonna blend, and you'll see how easily this concealer just blends out and how the coverage still looks natural. Look at that. So I'm patting wherever I want to maintain the coverage on top of redness, any of those little blemishes, and then I will diffuse out everywhere else so that it doesn't just look like you know, spot concealed. You still want it to look well blended. And notice how I blended all the way up, but sort of stopped right here. That's because I have learned to keep most of the coverage lower, not right where the under eyes crease, and then further blend it out. I have really been loving this Real Techniques brush. It works really, really well. And I just blend right up into that inner corner. And let me zoom you guys back in. I don't even know why I zoomed out. Blend it right up to that lash line, but keeping the amount of product there very minimal, and also just kind of further diffusing and blending out onto the eyelid. Just like that, right? So easy, so quick. And as you do the rest of your makeup, if you feel like you need a little more coverage, you can always go back in and add a little more product. The concealer layers on top of itself really well. I would describe the formula almost like a very fluid consistency with high pigment. So something like this, if by the time I'm done, it's still, you know, being rebellious and that blemish is trying to come through, I'll just hit it with a little more concealer. Moving on to bronzer, I don't have any new bronzers. I have my eyes on the new Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. Everyone's been talking about it. I need to check it out, try it. Have yet to get my hands on it. So I'm just gonna use the Huda Beauty Tantour in Fair. I like using a very light shade for this quick and easy look because I don't have to blend as hard. It doesn't look, I don't know, when you're not like trying to do an extreme highlight and contour, like a really glam look, if you use a really dark bronzer, it gets really difficult to try and blend it into your skin and have it look natural. So I recommend going in with a lighter shade than what you're used to using. So again, this is the shade Fair. I'm using this IT Cosmetics Heavenly, what is this called? Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection Brush number 7, because it has this other end that I can easily do the nose and lip. And here's my little tip for when you're in a rush, okay? This product picks up onto a brush really easily. Pick it up, blend it out on the palm of your hand, so that way the first impact of the brush to face isn't intense and it almost looks more so diffused, and you guys will see what I mean. Watch this. So easy, right? It almost builds on its own. And then I also add it to the crease to make it look like I did my eyeshadow. I mean, look at that difference right there from this side to this side. By the time I'm done, I'll end up using everything that's on my hand too, so nothing goes wasted. But do you guys see how it just builds so effortlessly, and you don't have to worry about harsh edges or it looking unnatural? It just, doing that first and then blending is such a great technique. And this brush also just works really great for this as well. And I keep going back and forth on whether I like a powder contour for the nose or a cream. I was against creams for a while because I thought they looked like too much, but now I'm back into creams because they do, I think, blend out better. Or lately they've just been blending out better for me, so I'm gonna use this side to add a little to the side of the nose, and then grab a Sephora Pro Airbrush Detail Brush, perfect name. Blush, this Dominique or Dominique Cosmetics blush is so good. When I was having my blush woes and talking about how I prefer a cream for a more natural look, like what I'm doing today, and a powder for a more glam look, Dominique messaged me, she's like, try my blush on top of powder, it looks really natural and it just brings back this glow. And honestly, this formula is really nice. If you feel the need to set with powder first and then you still want to go in with a cream, this one does work. Use a sponge for applying over powder to not disrupt what you've already applied to your face. But I love that you can use it for both. The formula is really great, buildable. This color Natural Rose is perfect for an everyday flushed look. I'm pretty sure I already mentioned this before, but when we are naturally blushing, naturally flushed, been out in the sun, got on a workout, are really hot, we blush red. We don't blush coral. And if you do blush coral, that's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, but most of us blush red. So I love using something with this tone for an everyday look, so it looks natural. Like I'm naturally that flushed and rosy cheeked and glowing. I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for the bronzer, and same thing, I'm just gonna work it into the palm of my hand with any little excess bronzer and start adding it to the cheeks. And I have been liking starting back here and then blending forward so I don't heavily apply too much to the apples. Blend up, and then the very end, add it to the apples. It looks so good. I almost don't want to powder, but I have to in order to make this long lasting, long wearing, especially in this LA heat right now. We're like, it feels like 100 degrees outside. I know it's not, but hardly creasing. So I'm gonna use a small amount of powder, and I really love this. I'm pretty sure this brand is called LYS Beauty, which stands for Love Yourself Beauty. They have this triple fix translucent setting powder, and what I like about it is that it is pressed. To me, this powder has a very similar finish and works the same as Laura Mercier translucent, but it is a clean beauty brand, and I love that it's in a compact and it's pressed. Something about it just makes applying it and using it more controlled. Also, if you want to take it with you on the go, it's great for that as well. So I am going to use this. I'm going to clean a little mirror so I can actually use the mirror in here. But I'm going to use this to set any areas that might crease later on in the day, underneath the eyes, laugh lines, around the lip, but so crazy that I really am hardly creasing. Look at that. And you guys know my main complaint is that my under eyes always crease. This concealer, the formula, I'm telling you guys, it's really good. I'm just gonna add a little more of this powder on the forehead, especially on that blemish, so it's not accentuated, but just right there, right there. Okay. So this product that I am dying to show all of you is MAC Fix Plus Matte. When I say I've had this product for so long and just hadn't used it, like look at how much I've used it now. So in my last video, I complained that when I use a cream bronzer, cream blush, I don't like to set with powder because I feel like it just takes away from the beauty of the product, but then you feel a little sticky in those areas because it is a cream product. This is the solution right here, okay? Fix Plus Matte, love Fix Plus. The matte version has these little mattifying ingredient particles in there. So you wanna shake it and then mist as you normally would with Fix Plus, and it still does the exact same thing. It melts the makeup into the skin, gives you a refreshed look, but it also mattifies. So that's what I'm gonna do now before highlighting. Do you guys see the difference that made? Look at that. Mattified to perfection. Highly recommend. Also, the concealer has some hydrating properties to it, skincare properties. So overall, this just looks and feels perfect. Brows, mascara, and lip. Ooh, the lip I am excited to share with all of you as well. Brows, I'm gonna zoom you guys on in. Mascara, zoom you guys on in. And that's it. Super quick and easy, right? Airbrow by Kosas. I love that this product has a slight shimmer to it, so it just does something really wonderful to the brows. For mascara, I'm still loving the MAC Magic Extension Mascara because just like with complexion products, using a fuller coverage makes it quicker and easier because you use a lot less product. The thing with this mascara, it's so intense that you really don't have to work that hard to get an intense looking lash. This brow is looking a little too fierce. I'm just gonna brush it out with the clean spoolie. Also for this look, whenever I'm getting ready really fast, I usually skip mascara on the lower lashes just because I'm not gonna take the time to make sure that it's not touching my under eyes, or you know, I didn't heavily set and I just don't want the mascara to transfer. So I tend to skip it. Plus it just looks more natural. Sometimes when I do my lower mascara and upper mascara with a natural look, it just looks like too much. Could just be me, but it is what it is. Now about the lip, I managed to snag a Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Topaz. I mentioned in my last video that this is an exact dupe for Fenty Gloss Bomb, the original. And this tone of gloss, it does something to the lips that just makes them look so plump and juicy. This is why I love Fenty Gloss Bomb, but if I can find a affordable version for all of you, I'm gonna do it. And this seriously looks just like it. Gonna add a little bit of this Vive lip liner in the shade Velvet Sands as well, just to further define. I mean, can you guys believe it? That is it. That is the entire look. So quick, so easy, very minimal product, minimal tools, and overall, I love this look. I love everything about it, whether it's a Zoom meeting, an in-person meeting, date night, like you're just trying to get ready really quick and boost your confidence like you, but a little bit better. This is it. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a really exciting what I tried this week because a lot of these items, like I mentioned, are going to be incorporated into my daily makeup routine because they are so effortless and just like no fail products. I didn't even highlight. Did you guys notice that? No highlighter. This is just the skin as it naturally is without having to heavily set the high points of the face. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to like it, share it with a friend. Don't be greedy. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.